Hello and welcome to Rushton Caravans and Motorhomes. This is a 2018 Bailey Unicorn Seville as a recap reminder of how things operate and key things to do. So your hitch head is an Alco stabilised hitch. We need to make sure that the tow ball is kept dry and free of contaminants and rust so that friction pads inside the Alco hitch head can grip the ball in the right place and act as the stabilizer that it needs to do. You also have ATC on this particular caravan. When you plug in to the car and the ignition is on, you'll find that it will go green, which is good to go, and that will act as your ATC automatic trailer control. As we come round to the offside, we've got our freshwater inlet just here. So we fill our aqua roll up, we put the submersible part of the pump beneath the water line before plugging into the side of the van. Next to it is the Aldi central heating exhaust. Just allow it to do its thing and vent. You've also then got your fridge vents just here. As we come back, we've got our toilet with our flush going in at the top and our cassette at the bottom, which to take out, lift the orange handle, and you're actually on wheels with an extendable handle. So when you get to the emptying point, the orange tube comes round, the grey cap comes off. Once you're over the emptying point, press that orange button there, releases the air pressure, makes everything a lot quicker. Once it's all rinsed off and you're back at the caravan, twist this one round, bring this one back, and the blue chemical, which is the breakdown agent, goes in there. You've got space for 2 gas bottles in this gas locker here. This unit is sealed so no gas can leak inside the cabin, but there are holes in the floor so any gas that comes out of the bottle can drop. You've got an external 12 volt just there. You've got your mains plugs in just here, and you've got your barbecue point just there. In the front near side locker, you can see the red isolator switch for your motor mover. You need to switch that on when you're about to use the motor mover and switch it off when you're finished. As discussed in person, to turn the remote on, you slide the red one up there and wait until it goes solid. As we come in, we've then got our mains control panel, so to switch everything on here. This one here is when we're going to put the water pump on. So when we turn that on and we've got a full barrel of water, when we open a cold tap, it will draw cold water through. If we open a hot tap, once the heating is on, it will allow water to flow through. Without that on, no water comes in. You then got your entry light and your awning light. The Aldi central heating is controlled by here. Turn it on using this one, and then when you're ready, press the menu. The top one shows the temperature that you're aiming to get to. The next one is the water heating. The next one is power source, so whether you use electric 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, and the following one is gas. You can use them in isolation, so if you're going to be on mains hookup sites, you can just use the electric, or if you are going to be on a site with no mains hookup, you can just use the gas on its own, or you can use them in a combination. As we come round, we've then got our fridge, which you open just there, and we can then switch on the mains, which is nice and easy, and we can adjust our temperature using this one. We can switch down to the gas, which is just there, and to light the gas, we need to push the temperature button in, hold the igniter, and you're going to watch as that black line then moves in line with the red one, and that's how you know it's lit. The car battery will only maintain the temperature that you set, so you would need to cool it down on one of the other power sources prior to traveling and then switch it to battery mode just there. Obviously, when you switch the ignition off, if you're in a service station for example, there'll be no power coming through, so try and keep the door closed to maintain that temperature. Underneath this cupboard here, there is our main consumer unit, which is your trip switches and your fuses, and also your gas isolation valves on the right hand side. With your microwave, it's a fitted microwave and it's a mains only one. Please take the plate out whilst travelling. With your oven, hob and grill, we need to make sure that this lid goes fully up to allow the gas to flow through. You've then got an electric ring and 3 gas ones. You've got your grill, and you've also got your oven unit just there. You've got serial number stickers just here, which if you ever need any spare parts, those are the numbers that you'll need. You've then got your vanity unit, central heating tank here, and also you've got your toilet. When you're using the toilet, the grey catch, when you're using it, goes towards the shower. Utilise it, press the blue button there to flush. At the end of using the toilet, make sure you close it again. That will make sure when this one lights up in this grey button here, that is when you need to empty the system and you pull the cassette out as explained earlier in the video. Whilst travelling, make sure that that shower door is kept back into place using that plastic catch. And those are the essential parts of the Bailey Unicorn Seville. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.